Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to week one. It is November now. Week one of the Forest Friends Backcountry Adventure Fabric Panel Sew Along. So, we are actually running a sew along and a quilt along in November. We're jamming in all the good sewing before the holiday season. So these videos will again be available when you get your fabrics, or if you want to sew them into December or over the holidays, the fabric will be available then. But we are doing both sew-alongs right now, a sew-along and a quilt-along, and I really hope that you can join us for one or both. So the Wednesdays, this one is going to be the sew-along for the panels. So we're actually going to focus on the doll panel and then a little bit into the tent. There's been some requests, so we're going to put some tent. So we're going to be focusing on the doll panel first. Here, I'll show you this on Wednesdays. Yay. But we'll also be talking about this tent. I know there's people asking about that. So we'll also be sewing that together over the month of November. So you'll want to grab your Riley Blake Designs Forest Friends panels. They come in two different colorways. They come in the Arctic colorway, which is like a snow fox colorway. And then they come in woodland colorway as well. So you can mix and match. You can make them all. You can make your family how you want that best works for you. So it's just really, really fun boxes. So that is something, if you want to be notified of all of the emails that happen for the panel sew along, you'll need to go on the Be So Inspired website, go under Fabric Collections, obviously click on Forest Friends, and then there's sew along and then two quilt alongs. So you'll click on the sew along that you want. This is the sew along for the panels. You can click on it and just sign up and you'll be included in the emails. If you are joining us, so I'll just give a little nod to the Fox Cub quilt. So the Fox Cub quilt that's happening here, this is happening on Fridays in November as well, and you can sign up right now for that as well. And we're also doing a third quilt along, but it will happen in the new year in January, and that is for the sweater season quilt along. So all that information is already there with the fabrics that you'll need. So if you want to get this is actually a box kit through Riley Blake, so you can order the box kit. I know some shops are also kitting this as well, so you have lots of time. This is a great way to maybe give a gift to a quilty friend of yours. You can sew this cute little quilt together. And it's going to be happening in January and February, this quilt along. So right in the heart of winter here in Prairie, Canada anyways. So we'll be sewing all these different wonderful rows together in January and February. So make sure you grab your pattern and your fabrics and sign up for that quilt along. But now in November, we are going to be making dolls and tents and the Fox Cub quilt. Today on Wednesdays, so not to get confused, today on Wednesdays we are talking about panels. And today is preparation and cutting. So today, a few things to prepare. There are three different panels. There are three different panels in this fabric collection, and there's two colorways in each. And actually the dolls have two Arctic and two woodland. So there's actually four panels if you wanted to make all of the dolls. But they have all the things. They have little quilts, they have sweaters, they have minis. So you can choose how you want there. But that is the Forest Friends. So there's two different tent colors. There are two different dolls in two different colorways. And there's two sleeping bags as well. So you can download your instructions. You go to that same place on the website. And while you're there, you should sign up for the newsletter because there's so much goodness that happens all the time at besoinspired.com. The link is down below. So I do really hope that you do sign up for the email. Also, if you want to be notified when these videos are happening, then you can like and subscribe the Be So Inspired YouTube channel. That would mean a lot to me as well. And you get notified when the videos go live, and there's new videos also. And or you can join our Facebook group also. So I'll put all those links down below. So these instructions are all free download, and they are all completely I'll just show you here. They're all completely, they're just like a quilt pattern. They are illustrated and step by step. So it's very, very easy to follow along in these these doll panels, doll panels pattern. I was trying to say that 3 times fast, right? So there's lots of steps and tricks, and just like this is for the clothing, and we're going to work through them all together. So your homework this week. So this week is like our introduction week. If you join me for the superhero doll sew along, thank you so much. If you're looking for the superhero doll sew along, those videos are already posted, so you can go back and watch them at your leisure, or you can still sign up for that sew along and be sent the emails in a 4-week rotation also. But for the panel sew along that's happening right now, we need you to sign up for the sew along. It's totally free. Download the free instructions, totally free, and grab yourself a panel. So if you are a shop and you are carrying these panels, we'd invite you, welcome you, would love to have you put it down in the comments on the YouTube channel, in the Facebook group, on our Instagram handle, on any of these. You can say our shop is carrying them. I welcome that. That's just wonderful. We want to lift up our local quilt shops as well. So please do feel welcome to do that on this video and all the videos that we have that you are carrying our fabric for. This is a Riley Blake Designs fabric, and the fabric is called Forest Friends, designed by me for Riley Blake Designs. And it's so easy, you guys. It's so easy to make. So it's just 2 panels that are like 2 pieces of fabric that are cut out, and I teach you all the tips and tricks to make this sewn together like this. It's easy to dress, all of the things. We're going to work through this together. Great stocking stuffers, great for gift giving, great for lifting up other people at the holiday season. Great little shelf sitters. I'm sure you'll find them sitting here again in here, and just great for play. I know someone already messaged me that they were making a few of these tents for their cats. Yay! I am so excited about that. Yay! So the great thing about the tents too is that there are no hard sticks or poles in them. It's all done with like bag stabilizers. So I'll walk you through how to do that so they're totally safe, completely safe for pets or children, I guess. So that's really exciting. So the things you'll need is, there is a list. If you're waiting for your panels to arrive still, do not worry. You can get your instructions right now. You can go get your instructions right now. And on the first page, there is a supplies list. So you'll want to make sure that you have all of these things. And just so that you don't have any hold up during our sew along together. And so you'll need a panel, but you'll need some stuffing, some polyester fiber fill I put, but you can choose which stuffing you like the best. You just need a few scraps for batting for, maybe the cutoffs from your quilts, just so we can make the doll quilts, and a few other little things. We'll have an optional yarn for the fringe or ends of the scarves. On these scarves, I don't have them, but I am going to show you that in, I think, week 3. Some fabric for backing of the blanket. So you'll need the quilt is that great argyle knitted print. This it looks like it's knitted, but we'll need something for the backing. So maybe you want to even use a minky on the backing or something. Just, it's a doll quilt for your box dolls. Just a little bit of wool blend felt for the badges that they're going to be wearing. Scraps of wool blend felt or felt. And then just some lightweight fusible web and your hand sewing needles, and that's what you need for the doll. If you're going to be sewing along, we are going to do this in week 3. I'm going to make a long week 3 video. Maybe I'll even make 2, but we'll be doing the tent in week 3. I'll show you a lot of different things in week 3 for this tent panel. So that's October 19th. And so you'll need the supply list from that by then. If you are sewing that along with us as well. So that is really exciting. If you have any questions at all, you can pop them down below, but don't get too far ahead. We're going to sew this together. Lots of fun. So you're going to get all of your panels that you want to sew with. You're going to get your downloads, so your paper patterns. You're going to sign up for the sew along, and then you can cut everything. So let me just grab a panel here. All right, so I'm going to grab a panel. So this is what one of the doll panels looks like. There's lots of fun on it. So there's a doll, there's a child's doll, there's another applique doll. This is the vest. There's scarves, there's little trees, there's a trail map. So you can go, there's a little quilt there. There's even some finding, there's some badges. So they need to have some badges, and there's just lots of play opportunities and the tail. So your homework this week will be just to iron this out. So I like to actually either spray it. I either spray it with a little bit of just like water, just clean water, and then I iron it nice and flat so that it's, nice and just sort of a bit more stiff. When you buy fabric, it just has that wonderful like new fabric. If you want to pre-wash it, that you do pre-wash it and then iron it now. I'm not going to pre-wash mine, but if you do want to have it pre-washed, pre-wash it first, and then you can spray it. I'm also going to probably starch mine a little bit because I like to work with it really, not really stiff, but like give it a little bit of body to it, a little bit of stiffness, so it's just a little bit not so floppy. A few tips and tricks when you are pressing cotton, 100% cotton panels is don't pull your iron because they are two pattern pieces printed on there, and we don't want them to stretch or get distorted at all. So just lift up your iron up and down, spray and lift and spray and lift. It's very therapeutic and really fun. And then you get to really see the panel, right? Like you get to spend some time with the panel, which is obviously what we love in fabric. So you're going to iron it and press it all. Starch it if you want, pre-wash it if you want, and then you're going to cut it out on the line. So in the pattern, I say if you want more than a 1/4 inch seam allowance, that you can cut wider. You can cut wider than it, but it gives you a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So you can cut on the line. Just careful you don't cut inside onto that seam allowance. That's what we want. But we're actually going to be sewing less gauging on the seam allowance and more gauging on a different tip and trick that I'm going to give you. But yes, you want however you cut, you want to be consistent cutting all the way throughout. So you can get ironed, starched, and cut out, get all your pieces cut out and ready for next week. And I wanted to say that, snap buttons. So sometimes you can use Velcro or snap buttons. So I don't know. I think it did list it, but I just didn't say it. So you'll want that for your sweater vest as well. Your Argyle sweater vest for your fox. Isn't that fun? And same thing with the tent. You can press it and cut it out. Again, we won't be using the tent till week 3. We'll be using this panel first next week in week 2 on October 12th. So thank you so much for being here. I just love our sew-alongs and quilt-alongs together. They're so much fun. There's so much goodness happening. And I did start telling people in the superheroes, but I'm going to continue to tell here because so many people are now thanking me. So I appreciate that. It's really good to get your feedback. So I know what I'm saying that people like. And so if you love doll making, if this is your introduction to doll making and you're really enjoying it, or crafting or even quilting in our quilt-alongs, Be So Inspired. So Be So Inspired has a Makers Club, and our Makers Club is under its own tab. You can see it's full disclosure. You can see all the patterns, all of the content that's in there. And you can even see all the tutorials. So you just scroll down and then all of the pattern files are behind a paywall. So if you join, it's so affordable. It's less than a pattern a month, and you get patterns every single week of the month. So you get 4 or 5 patterns a month, and it's the ones that are coming out, they're new. So they're not ones that are in the shop already. They're new to the club. There's patterns and tutorials. There's SVG cut files. There's machine embroidery files in there. There's quilt patterns and doll patterns. So it's designed so that even if you only liked dolls, for example, and you didn't like anything else, the crafts, the stuffed food or the quilts, you're still getting an amazing value. You're still getting, like if you just wanted the one pattern, it's still cheaper than if you went and bought it in the shop. But we just love over delivering, and we're getting so much good feedback. So thank you so much that people are getting, oh, I'm trying quilting. Oh, I haven't ever tried a stuffed food before, or this, fun little tutorial on this was excellent, and I loved the files that came with it. So you get so much extra value. It's just really fun. So something to check out if you are on the site anyways, just check. Look under the Makers Club. There's no cancellation policy. So meaning like that once you have registered for a month, if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. You're not locked into anything. Same thing if you join the annual, you can cancel anytime. You're not locked into anything. We don't have all the content behind this paywall, just the files, so that you can see before you even decide on it what you're getting. And I just love that integrity and honesty of it all. So I think it can sell itself. All right. Well, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so excited that Forest Friends is hitting shops. It's just thrilling. So I will see you back here next week. We're going to get sewing along together on the panels. We're going to get this doll going, our Forest Friend dolls, and we're going to have so much fun. So I'll see you here next week. Big hugs to you. And don't forget to tag me at Be So Inspired on social media. If you're sewing along or you have panels in your shop, tag me. I'll be so happy to share. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye for now.